to the power play, trailing by a goal off the penalty from Connor Bedard.
The Chicago Blackhawks are having a miserable year. Management tried to build the team around Connor Bedard this season, giving him some help, but the help has been scarce, the frustration is visible, and the hole just seems to be getting deeper.
What needs to change for this ever to, I guess, to right itself?
I don't know. You know, I think we're the exact same team right now as we were at game one. And I think it's pretty evident out there. We haven't made any strides to be a better, more simple hockey team, you know. And it shows, you know, we don't get a lot of wins because of that.
What kind of lessons can we learn from the Chicago Blackhawks? Is there anything that they could have done differently, or are they on the right track and they just need more time? I'll relate that back to the Canadiens and how the Canadiens can potentially learn from the mistakes of the Chicago Blackhawks. Let's talk about it.
Wait.
Connor Bedard was drafted in 2023. He was touted as the next big thing, following in the steps of McDavid or Nathan MacKinnon, maybe even Austin Matthews, a pure goal scorer with good two-way sense. But comparing those individuals, Bedard blew them away in terms of point production before his rookie year in the NHL, posting like 140 something points on his WHL team, the Regina Pats. Is he living up to expectation? Personally, I think it's too early to tell. He is posting comparable stats to those other individuals, but the problem is he being supported the way that Matthews, McDavid, and McKinnon were being supported? In terms of Austin Matthews, certainly not. The team had James Van Riemsdyk, Kadri, Marner, Nylander, you know, like a lot of the pieces that they have today even. And then looking at McDavid, it's kind of the same thing. Draisaitl, Taylor Hall, Jordan Eberle, Nugent Hopkins. There were workable pieces there. They were able to work with that. And then finally with Nathan MacKinnon, he was kind of spoiled in a way. He had Duchesne, Landeskog, O'Reilly, Paul Stastny, Eric Johnson, Jamie McGinn, Tyson Barrie. Bedard has Teravainen, Donato, Bertuzzi, the individuals that should be producing a little bit like Foligno. It's not happening. It's kind of a disaster. So what went wrong? Well, they didn't really do anything wrong. You see, the 2022 Chicago Blackhawks had some pieces. I mean, Patrick Kane, say what you will about him, Max Domi, Taylor Radish, Tyler Johnson. So they fell apart kind of all at once. So then it becomes a management problem, right? Did they acquire the right assets? And hindsight is always 2020. They did not acquire the right assets. They should have focused on other places. But they're also a team that just has to be extremely patient right now. And I think that is the lesson for the Montreal Canadiens, and a lesson that the Montreal Canadiens fan base needs to keep telling themselves. The Blackhawks are often talked about as having the best prospect pool in the league. Personally, I don't necessarily see it, but I'm not going to argue with some of the best analysts in hockey. They also say the Canadiens have a really good prospect pool, and I tend to agree, especially if you're considering Ivan Demidov is in that prospect pool. This video is going to be a premiere video. So if you're seeing this video, either you're a member of mine or you waited for the premiere to go live. I want to hear from Chicago Blackhawks fans in the comment section. What needs to happen? Is it just patience? Do you just have to wait for patience? Do you think there needs to be some pieces acquired, or is that selling your future? Do you have trade assets now? Is Seth Jones tradable? What do you get in return if he is traded? I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for tuning in. That's going to do it for me. Like the video. It helps me out with search results or something. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I'd love to have you. And as always, I'll see you down below in the comments.